Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another Lazy Show here on YouTube as well as on Facebook, where we show up here each Sunday at 10 a.m. to save you a little bit of time working in AutoCAD, right? So If you are new to the show, you can find us here each Sunday. So we're gonna start soon today's presentation where we're gonna create something awesome today, hopefully to save you some time, right? Working in AutoCAD. So let me jump to the chat. There are many people connected already. That's great. That you are here. Solanki is on the chat. Says hello, hello Solanki. Happy to have you here today. Hope you are doing great. Martin is also on the chat. Hi Martin. How are you today? Hope you're doing good. Our friend Douglas says good morning all. Hi Duke. Thank you for being here with us again. That's awesome that you guys are consistent with the live streams, right? Each Sunday. I'm very happy. We are 9 people connected live so far. That's awesome. Our friend Kadir says hello. Kadir, I think you are new to the live streams, right? So if that's the case, welcome aboard. We are here each Sunday at 10 a.m. So you can join us here. Our friend Douglas says, dancing the tunes. Hey, I'm glad that you guys found the music. Um, that you like the music, right? Rachel is on the chat, says, afternoon. Hi, Rachel. Happy to have you here as always. Hope you are doing great. Solanki says, what music is this? Yeah, it's a music from my country, Peru, in South America. Solanki. I'm gonna add the name and the link maybe for the song on this live stream description so you can uh, listen into from there. All right. Let's say 2 classes. Care to dance, Rachel? You guys want to dance remotely? Good morning, says 2 class. All right, guys. I'm glad that you are good today. Many of you guys are here from our last live stream. Douglas, Rachel, Solanki, Martin. I'm glad, guys, that you are here with me to make this show, right? We kind of do these live streams together, right? It's not just me talking, but you guys have plenty of experience working in AutoCAD also. So between all of you, we can do a great presentation today, right? So, so let's keep moving, and I want to say, let's say, guys, welcome to our new YouTube member. Yes, Inder Chang Jane. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. You're a new member of the live streams of the Lazy Arquitecto. Welcome aboard, and you now have access to our private live streams, right? We do that once a month by the end of each month, and it's a better way to connect, um, and also to kind of help you. We do also these lazy macros live streams, right, where we create custom commands to help you work more efficient in AutoCAD, right? So welcome aboard. Uh, Thank you for people who are believing in what we do, right? Which is again try to make your life a little bit easier, right? When using this program. All right. So if there are no questions so far, we're gonna start getting ready. Let's see. You seem to Douglas says you seem to be. Let's see. Let's go over here. Douglas said you seem to be a bit out of focus, or is me? Let's see. Let's see if I can fix that. No, I don't think I can fix that right now. um, what do you guys think? Do you think I'm out of focus, as Douglas is asking? Let's see. Let's see what other people think. Douglas, thank you for letting me know that. And let's start getting ready over here on my second screen. Let's see. So I'm gonna move this right here, and I'm gonna share my screen. All right. Let's see. Uh, our friend Solanki says no. I think it works. All right, great, Solanki. Thank you for letting everybody knows that. Let's see. Douglas says, Verily read the messages. Do you have a filter on? No, I don't. Uh, Looks like our friend Duke is having some technical problems. Let's see what other folks think. Do you have a problem reading the messages also, guys? Rachel, Martine, Solanki. Let's see. We want to make sure everything is working properly, right? Before we start the show, the presentation. Okay. Hmm. Oh, let's see. Our friend Duke is saying going to reboot back in a few. Sure. Um, so there is an important thing that I like to mention. It's we're gonna have a contest today, guys. So for the folks that are live with me right now, we're gonna have a contest, and the contest is gonna be a free dynamic block, right? So you get to pick the dynamic block that you like. You can pick the one that we're gonna create today, or you can pick any of our dynamic blocks that we created so far. All right, I'm gonna give you the details by the end of the presentation, so one of you can win a dynamic block. Right? Usually, I put these dynamic blocks on sale, or I give them for free to my supporters, right? To my YouTube members, or sorry, to my Patreon members. But again, you're gonna win one dynamic block today in a contest. All right, that will be fun. Our friend Jeff is also in the chat. Hey Jeff, glad to see you here. Hope you are doing great, my friend Jeff. Um, all right, so I think we are ready to start. Again, stay tuned for the contest to win a free dynamic block, right? All right, guys, let's do this. Let's do this together, right? I like to make these live streams very interactive, so I'm gonna be explaining something and then going back to the chat to ask questions to see if you are following along, right? Or maybe you have a tip or trick to share also with everyone. All right, so let's do this. Solanki, Jeff, Rachel, Martin, Douglas, who else is Abdul? Yeah, all of you folks who are there. The people that I'm not mentioned is because you guys didn't comment, right? So if you didn't comment, I'm not able to see that you are live, right? So anyway, Jeff says doing great. Was on vacation in Hawaii. Wow, that's nice, Jeff. Yeah, that's nice that you were on vacation. So hope you are awesome then today. He's saying you're doing great. All right. So let's keep moving, guys, with today's presentation. All right. As always, you can interrupt me at any time, right, with your questions or ideas or tips. So let's start. Okay. All right. So last week, working on a ceiling plan, I needed to copy a lighting fixture block to the side, right, like so. And I needed to change its information, right? So from existing to new. But in order to change this information, since this was a block with a piece of text, I have to manually go into the block and, as you can see, edit the text. And this was supposed to be a new light. So, and I had to do all of this manually and save the changes. Then I realized I had to rotate my lighting vertically. So I had to, of course, rotate it like so, um, manually, of course. So, so I had to manually rotate my light up and then, of course, move it so it's nice and aligned on my ACT. Not only that, but I realized also that my text was flipped and I had to trim many lines over here. So all of these steps were a mess. So I decided to simplify this process and let me go over on the steps on how I did that, right? So I'm gonna copy one of these slides, a block. I'm gonna use the Control C and go over here on this brand new drawing and simply paste that, right? So this is a block that I'm gonna explode, right? To start fresh. So here we go. That's all right. So what I like to do now is one of the first steps that I always do when creating dynamic blocks is to change my objects on the layer or correct layer, in this case on layer 0, right? To avoid any problems in the future. Not only that, but at this point, I like to decide whether I want this to be by layer or by block. In this case, I want my lighting to be by block. Why? Well, because most of the times when I'm working on a ceiling plan, I might have only one light that is new and then the rest existing. So it's useful to be able to simply change the color on this specific lighting block, right? So that's why I like to have it by block and on layer 0. So once I have that, I'm gonna create my block with the B shortcut and maybe call this lazy lighting, right? You can, or lazy light. That's all up to you. That's what I'm call it. And then of course I'm gonna specify my base point for my block, right? So I'm gonna pick right here in this corner and I will be able to be here in the block editor. Now before we continue to address the first problem of the block, which was to change the information quickly, right? Whether this is new, existing, maybe relocated, or so on. Let me jump to the chat, right? See if you have questions so far. All we did was simply explode the block to, change it to layer 0 to avoid problems. And now we are ready to start modifying and making this block a little smarter, right? So we can quickly finish our ceiling plans. So let me jump to the chat. Let's see if you have questions so far. Douglas says, all good now. Great, Duke. Our friend Felicia Hernandez is on the chat. Says, good morning, Lazy Arquitecto. Muchos éxitos. Bendiciones. Good morning, Felicia. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Espero que estés bien. For people who don't know, Spanish is my first language because I'm originally from Peru in South America. Right? So let's keep moving. All right. Okay, so let's address the first problem, right? So in order to do that, we're gonna get rid of the text, right? Because we need a smarter text here. So I'm gonna delete that and I'm gonna add an attribute. So in order to do that, I'm gonna use the ATT shortcut. And once I do that, I can specify some options like the tag. I'm gonna simply say tag for now. And the default option is very important. It simply means what do you use most of the time when you name your lighting, right? In my case, I use EX for existing, right? And then Also, what's important is to have checked the lock position and specify on the screen so you can place your attribute or smart text. Now, the justification it's also important because depending where you place your attribute, I'm going to place it right here on the bottom left corner. So I'm going to pick bottom left. And then text style, that's fine. Size, that's fine. I'm going to click OK. So then I can place my smart text or attribute somewhere around here. Now, if I want, I can move it and drag it a little bit like so, right? It's all up to you. So I'm gonna place it right there. All right, so to quickly test this, let's go to the test block option right here on your ribbon, right? So, and the reason why we do that is because we don't want to start adding and adding some information, some parameters, some actions to a dynamic block, and then in the end realize there is something wrong. Then you'll have to go to each step and see what is wrong. But that's one of the best practices that I found to quickly test things, right? So over here now, what's gonna happen is that if let's say I copy this block right on the side like so, I can quickly edit my information now by simply double click on my text and I can say maybe new, right? Maybe this is a new lighting fixture. And you can see that my other block will stay the same, right? Awesome. So we solved the first problem. Oops, from our block, right? Which was the ability to change the information quickly as needed. Now, look what happened now when I copy again this block. So what was the second problem? Do you remember? Uh, we have some comments on the chat. Let's see if you have questions so far. All we did was replace the text for a smart attribute so we can quickly edit our information in our blocks, right? Let's see if you have questions so far. We have 12 people connected live. That's awesome, guys, that you are here with me trying to learn something new, right? So you can implement it in your AutoCAD workflow and, of course, save time, right? So our friend Patrick is on the chat. Says great watching from Ghana. Hey Patrick, I think you are new to the live stream. If that's the case, welcome aboard. We are here each Sunday at 10 a.m. with a new way to make our lives easier working in AutoCAD, right? So, hey, for people who are new, we're gonna have a contest by the end of this presentation, right? Where you can win a dynamic block. Maybe you can pick the block from today, or you can pick any of our dynamic blocks that we have created so far in this channel. All right, let's keep moving. Kumar's on the chat says, I'm late today. I think I missed a lot. Well, you might. I think you just missed a little bit, Kumar, but happy to have you here as always. I'm glad. Hope you are doing great today. And don't forget about today's contest. All right. So let's keep moving, guys, if there are no questions. Okay. All right. So, so the second problem was whenever we want to rotate our block, maybe this light needs to be vertical like these other ones, right? And we can see that our text um, will also rotate, right? And we don't want that. So to solve that issue, let's see how we can add some parameters and actions to our block, right? So let's close our block editor over here, right? We were on the block editor mode. So let's close that. And now we are back over here to start adding some parameters and actions. So to solve the second problem about rotating our block vertically and keep the text horizontally, what we can do is add a parameter, and the parameter that I like to add is the flip parameter. So following instructions on the command line, I'm going to specify my base point or reflection line, and I'm going to hit over here on this corner. Next, following the instructions again from the command line, I need to specify my endpoint for this reflection line. And the endpoint is very important. So I'm gonna activate this tracking setting over here and make sure the 45 degrees is checked. So this way I can quickly uh, place my other point at 45 degrees as you are seeing it right now and click. Now to specify my icon for my flip state, if I cannot snap on this reflection line, that's fine. I can simply place my flip state like so, and then I can click and place it wherever I need it. All right, so I'm gonna place it around here like so. Now there is an exclamation mark over here, yellow one that you are seeing it. This simply means that this parameter needs something, right? And what it needs is an action in order to work correctly, right? So let's go to the actions tab over here on the blocks authoring palette. If you don't see it, it's right here on your ribbon authoring palette. And let's add the action flip right here. So once we add that option, says select parameter, we're gonna select, of course, our flip parameter like so, and then the next instructions is select objects. We're gonna select all of our objects, right, using the all option and pressing enter. But we are going to deselect our attribute using the shift key on my keyboard. I will do that like so, and of course pressing enter. So let's quickly test what we did so far, because again this is very important to find or discover problems and quickly fix them. So let's go and test the block. And if we select our block, we will see a brand new icon right here. And let's see what happened when we click on it. Boom! Our lighting block was rotated immediately vertically, and we didn't have to mess up with the attribute over here. Isn't that great, guys? So again, if we click that arrow, we could quickly now rotate our lighting block. Now, at this point, we could also edit our information by double clicking on it. Maybe this is new and we wouldn't have any problems at all, right? So now let's go on our RCP plan. But before we jump to the other problem, which was about trimming these lines, right? Let me jump to the chat and see what do you think so far? Do you have any questions so far? Let's see. All right. Let's see. Our friend Kumar is on the chat. Okay, so I think I already read this. We have 13 people connected live. That's great, guys. I'm very happy because you are here with me today. Let's see over here. We have Solanki is on the chat. Says fire. I think that's a good comment, right? Let's see. Our friend Douglas is on the chat. Says, can you make it so rotating the text is optional? So it follows or not the horizontal or vertical dimensions as strings when dims are in alignment with leader line. Yes, Douglas. So we could also do that. And indeed, we already did that in another lighting block that we created in the channel, right? So um, let's see. If you check over here on this other lighting block that we also created, and in the contest, you can also pick this lighting if you want. Again, we have more than 20 dynamic blocks that we created so far. So for the contest, you will be able to pick which one you want. But I think our friend Douglas is referring to the ability to also rotate our um, attribute or text like so, right? So yes, Douglas, we already did that for this blog. You can watch that later if you want, or I can help you how to find the video because we already created this other lighting fixture block. But that was a great question, my friend Duke. All right, so let's keep moving. I guess if there are no other questions to solve the third problem of this blog, right? And that was that we don't want, we have a comment. Our friend Douglas says, "Oh, look, I'll help you find it really quick after today's presentation, Duke." Right, so the third problem that we saw on this blog was that we will have to manually trim lines, right? When we flip our block, and we don't want that. We don't want to manually do anything with our block, right? We want to make our lives easier, guys. So in order to do that, let's go back to the block, and I'm gonna add a a param. What I'm talking. I'm gonna add a wipeout. A wipeout is simply a way to hide things or mask things, and I'm gonna use that using the wipeout command, of course. And selecting the instructions, I'm gonna pick the polyline option because I have already a polyline right here that I can select. And when it asks me to erase the polyline, this is very important. So I don't want to erase this polyline, so I'm gonna say no. And look what happened. The wipeout is hiding everything. I don't want that. So I can simply select my wipeout, and as you can see from the property palette, what I'm selecting is a wipeout now. I can use the draw order command, right? With its shortcut DR, and send it to the back like so. All right. So let's see. We have a comment on the chat. It's our friend AutoCAD Academy. Hi, I'm Francis. Uh, I join now. Hey, Francis. Glad that you make it today. Hope you are doing great. We're gonna have a contest, so stay tuned for that because I remember you asked me about when I am I doing another contest, and here's your chance to win one dynamic block. All right. So we added the wipeout. Now let's quickly uh, test this. So I'm going to close the block editor, right? And make sure to save the changes, of course. That's very important. And I'm going to have my lighting like so. Now, we're not seeing the attribute over here because we need an extra step. And the step is to kind of sync our attribute using the ATT sync option. So once we do that, we can select our block and say yes, of course. And that way we can see our attribute like so. So let's quickly test it, right, to see if there isn't any problems with this block. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simply copy with Control C and paste it over here, right? So I'm gonna go over here and maybe remove this light. I'm gonna paste my new light like so. And let's say I need to copy this slide over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the control key on my keyboard and simply select the base point and place it like so. So over here, what I can do is, of course, let's say I need to rotate this. Boom, I will be able to rotate it. And we have a problem. just as expected, we do have a problem right here, guys. And we are doing this live. So that's the difficult part of doing this thing live, right? That we might encounter problems like this. Look what happened with the wipeout. The wipeout is not following the flip option or rotation. So that's why it's important to test this block right over and over. So let's quickly fix that, guys. Uh, in order to fix this, I'm gonna go and get inside the block, of course, right? Going to the block editor. And what we need to do to fix this issue is go into our flip option, and we can right click on it and say modify selection set. So once we do that and following the instructions, make sure add option is selected. We can select our wipeout, right? Our wipeout is right there. You can see the black lines over there. So I'm gonna select that and press enter. So let's close and save the changes. And now our wipeout will follow whenever we flip our lighting like so. So what do you think, guys, about this dynamic block? Do you think it's very useful or not? Again, I use it every time at the office, at the architecture office where I work, to avoid having to manually flip, trim, changing information. So this is very simple to generate my ceiling plans now, right? So let me jump to the chat, guys. I want to hear from you. Let's see what you have to say. And of course, we're going to have a contest in a moment to win either this dynamic block, either this other dynamic block, or let's see if I go over here. So if so this is my website, guys. If you didn't know, we have a website on the channel, thelazyarquitecto.com. So let me go to the blocks over here option, and let's see, let's filter by blocks. So we have 19 plus today's block, that's 20 blocks. So again, you're gonna win one of these blocks. You can pick anyone that you like, of course the winner, right? But before that, let me jump to the chat and start reading some of your comments. See what you think. Let's see. Our friend Douglas says very useful. Thank you, Douglas, for your comment. Let's see. Rachel saying uh Rachel. So we have two Rachels on, I believe, or is this? Let's see. Uh, no, I don't think Walking on Sunshine. Oh yeah, Walking on Sunshine is here too. So Walking on Sunshine is Rachel, but we have a second Rachel, I believe. Instead of copying and pasting, then flipping the block, can you not put an align parameter so then copy as you place it aligns? Yes, Rachel, that's another option, and we did that also with one of our blogs. If you want to see or watch that video on how we did it, I think was I think on this door over here. You're seeing it? Yeah. So here is where we added it, the alignment option. So you can see this wall, it's on an angle. So we quickly can place or align our door in any angle, basically, right? So yeah, we did that already, Rachel. So, but that was a great question, right? From our friend Rachel. And I think we already did that also for other blocks like this sink right here. As you can see it, we even did it twice. So in both corners, and because this block was a way to quickly jump between each corner, right? Sometimes when you place your block like this sink, you might want to place it on the right corner, but your base point is on the left corner. So what do you do in those cases, right? So this block, you can quickly switch between each um, alignment point by pressing the control key on your keyboard. So you can watch that video. That was a very useful video too. People didn't know that trick with dynamic blocks. But again, Rachel, hopefully I answered your question. So let's see. Our friend Darko is on the chat. Darko says, thumbs up. I think you are new also to the show, Darko. But welcome aboard. We are here each Sunday at 10 a.m., right? With a new way to make your life easier working in AutoCAD. So hope you're doing great, Barco. Martin is on the chat, says, need to ask about annotative dimensions. I set up all good, put on dimensions on the drawing, even printed great. The next day went back in and dimensions no longer readable for some reason. That's very common, Martin. That's one of the uh, how do you say, the negative sides of annotative dimension is the learning curve, right? If you want to implement annotative dimensions, you have to learn all of these different system variables that can control the annotative object's behaviors, right? Like not showing. So, but I immediately can tell you that that might be uh, a drawing scale not available in your specific drawing, and that way your annotative dimensions are not showing up. So we have a video for that on the channel. Let me see if I can help you find it. Let's see. I'll send you the video for that. Our friend Martin, I have your email. You're a YouTube member of our shows. That's great. Thank you for that. So I have your email. I'm going to send you a video about that. But that was a great question. Rachel says, I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, oh, Rachel, you are confusing us. So you are with your two accounts today? All right, that's great. Martin says, "What do why I do wrong?" Yeah, Martin. So I think I answered to your question already about annotative dimensions. Many things can be wrong. Again, there are multiple settings to control the behaviors. I even got one email this week was from a person that had the same problem or a similar problem. He was creating dimension styles and didn't know why he was seeing like two dimensions, one in top of each other. And it was just because he was using annotative dimension and he didn't know. So I explained him to uncheck the option where it says annotative when creating the dimensions. And he did. And he said thank you because the problem was resolved. So, so it's very common. Rachel says, change the name and profile pic. Hey, Rachel, that's awesome. Yeah, you did that for us, for everyone, right? Because it was kind of hard to communicate, right? Thank you, Rachel. Uh, um, Douglas says, glad it's still you, Rachel. Things could get confusing. Oh boy. All right. So let's see over here. All right, guys. So I think let's see. With 13 people connected, are we ready to do the contest or what, guys? Let's see. Oh, we have plenty of comments. Let me read some comments first. Uh, Rachel says, "I did it to make it easier. People." Here we go. I think you are following our mission, Rachel. What was our mission? To make lives easier, right? So remember that, because that might be an answer for a future contest, right? I might ask, what's the lazy architecto mission? And very simple, 3 words: make lives easier, right? Of course, working in AutoCAD, right? uh, anyway, thank you, Rachel, for make our lives easier. Martin says, "Can you tell me how to do that, Rachel? I'll have to try." Oh, how to change the profile and picture, the profile name and picture. Says, turn on to Ninja looking blades bottom right of AutoCAD workspace on model and paper space. Martin says, thanks, Rachel. I'll look both. Cool on solving the other annotative dimensions problem. All right, guys. So let's do the contest. All right. Let's see over here. As always, I'm gonna ask a question. Let's see. We have another comment with 13 people connected live. So Lanky says, Are we going to look into that W block macro in the next live? I really want to help with it. Thanks. So Lanky, I believe so. I mean, we have many options for macro commands. I have a list with dozens of macros that I would like to create for you guys. For people who don't know what's a macro, right? Maybe they are new to the live stream, so whatever. A macro command is simply a small piece of code that we can put together um, to associate many different commands that we use in AutoCAD and activate them with one single click, right? For instance, let's say you always like to purge your drawings, like to save your drawings, and like to close your drawings. So those are 3 steps or 3 commands that we can quickly create a macro for it, and then we can use it by simply click once, and it will automatically clean, save, and close your drawing quickly, right? That's a small example, but there are many multiple possibilities. All right, so to answer your question, Solanki, most likely yes, that we might do the W block macro by the end of this month in our private live stream with our members. But I don't want to guarantee that 100%, right? Because I might have like another macro that it's very useful, that I believe might be useful to all of you guys. So, but most likely, yes, Solanki. Michael says that ninja thing is called a banner star. Martin says back. Oh, is that you, Martin? Oh, you changed your picture also? Oh my god. It says it represents the end of a skull ruler, but equally looks like ninja star blades. All right, guys. So, all right. So I'm gonna ask the question to win. Let's jump to the contest, guys. Okay, let's see. So again, you can pick the winner. Can pick from any of these blocks. We have this dynamic elevation height tag that will auto update the heights for you. We'll have this door. We have a window over here. We have a light fixture, a title block right here. This is an 11 by 17 title block that is using smart items to auto update the information such as the date, the layout name, the drawn by and the sheet name, I believe. We also have a wall tag over here. We have a slope percentage block to quickly calculate the percentage or the slopes of maybe ramps or and so on. We have a dynamic sink over here. We have a receptacle that will the text will follow the rotation, so it can always be horizontal. We have a three compartment sink that have all of these multiple options right here. Have a dynamic two leaf door that will scale to some of the standard sizes. We have a brake line block right here, a couch block that will have all of these different configurations. So yeah, we have an air vent that can have all of these options for diffusers and returns, so you can do your ceiling plans quickly. We have a brick wall section, um, dynamic track lighting block, north arrow, and finally a window for elevations that will um, quickly update your panels to be equally right. So yeah, and today we created another lighting block that you already saw, right? Again, so you can be. Oh shoot, no, I didn't share this. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. All right. So let's do the test. Mm, uh, okay. So very simple. Simply the contest. I mean, let's do the contest. Very simple. The person. Are you ready, guys? Yes, I believe you're ready. Okay. So the first person who'll tell me on the chat how many kids I have will make a free dynamic block. That's it. Simple, guys. I want you to win this, right? How many kids I have? Very easy. If you've been following the Lazy Arquitecto, you should know that because I like to share pictures on my social media platforms with my kids and everything. So let's see, what do you guys uh, think? Let's see. Okay. people are people are responding on the chat. How many kids I have? Very easy, very simple, right? I just I'm trying to get to know the Lazy Arquitecto a little bit better, right? You already know where I am from. So now, how many kids I have? Let's see. Our friend Douglas is in the chat. Our friend Martin. Okay, let's see. Douglas is 2, Martin 2, Rachel 3, uh, Solanki 2, Rachel 33 kids. Oh my god. Martin, I have no idea. You have no idea, Martin? Oh my god. So I like to post these personal pictures of my family and everything on our YouTube let's see, maybe you guys don't know this, but let's see if I let's see, can you see my screen? Yeah. So look, if you want to know more about the Lazy Arquitecto or whatever, you can go to the community tab, right? This is open or public or free for everyone. And I like to post sometimes personal pictures like here you go, my kids right here. So yeah, so I have two kids, guys. So that was the answer, and so now you know that. And let's see, two kids. Here you go, three, one kid, 30. Oh, so a baby girl. Never knew that. All right, the winner who answered first was our friend Douglas. So congrats, Douglas. So you are the winner for a free dynamic block. Just let me know right now which block you want, and I'll be able to send it to you, to email it to you. Right? Just pick one right now. um, so usually all of my blogs, I share them with people, who support our work, on Patreon, right? I share all of my blogs there. um, let's see if I can show you that. No, I don't think I can show it right now. Anyway, so Douglas, let me know before we wrap up today's live stream. uh, what do I say? Oh yeah, 2 for 2. So pick one block, Douglas, either the one that we created today or one from my screen right now. So, and I'll personally email it to you. And guys, don't get discouraged if you didn't win. We're gonna have many of these contests during our live streams, right? But what I like to do is, whenever we create a new block, then it makes sense to do a contest for a free block, right? And sometimes when you create a live stream for tips and tricks, I might give away my course, 100 AutoCAD tricks for you, and so on. So we're gonna have all of these different contests. And also, when we are closer to our private live streams for our members, which is by the end of each month, we like to also do another contest, right? The week before, which is to pick a winner to access our private live streams, right? So for free, of course, right? You wouldn't have to be a member. So yeah, so we do all of these contests, and don't get discouraged, guys. Just be here with us live each Sunday, right? Our friend Douglas says title block. Good pick, Douglas. So that's our title block right here, and of course, I'll email it to you once we are done with this live stream, right? Yeah. All right, Duke, let's see if we have some comments before we wrap this up. Academies, I think it's Francis. Francis, hey, Francis, why don't you follow Rachel's suggestion about making our lives easier, and update your name to Francis? No, I'm just kidding. It's all up to you guys. But Francis says, I'm unlucky." You're not unlucky, Francis. It's just, we have many folks here live, so it's just, you'll make it next time. Uh, Douglas will let you win next time, right, Duke? Oh my god. Douglas says, always looking for new title blocks. um, Sharma says, namaste. Uh, what do you mean, Sharma? Namaste. All right, guys. I think today's live stream was awesome. So we're gonna start now thinking on our next live stream, right, for next week. So that's also gonna be awesome as always, right? So any last thoughts, guy, before we wrap today's live stream? If not, hopefully you're gonna have a great weekend, right? A great week today. um, and I'm gonna see you guys today, I mean next week on Sunday. All right, so thank you very much, guys, and the rest of your week.